My name is Linda Johnson. I grew up in upstate New York, where I first started to cook at the age of 10. I then moved to Texas, where I enjoyed comfort foods such as barbecue and brisket. When I lived in Northern California, I found the bright, fresh flavors of food. In Georgia is where Southern food is its finest, is what I found. Then I moved to the Outer Banks, North Carolina, on Hatteras Island. I learned seafood dishes served in coastal communities. Now I live in Albemarle, North Carolina, and I invite you to my kitchen. Hi everyone, and welcome back to From My Kitchen to Your Kitchen. My name is Linda Johnson, and I'll be your host today. Today we are going to make two different things. We're going to make lunch, and then we're going to make something for dinner. Not at the same time. I'll just have to cut back in and start making the dinner. The first thing we're going to make for lunch is avocado bread. And I don't know if any of you have made this. I made it recently, and I could not believe how it turned out. It only takes 3 ingredients, believe it or not. And I thought, well, how's this going to make bread? So I've taken, you take 1 avocado. I've already taken the pit out and put that in your bowl. And this is good for lunch, but it would be great for breakfast because you could put an egg on top of it, or that'd be yummy too. And avocados are really good for you. It's got the healthy fat in them, loaded with vitamins. So the 3 ingredients are 1 avocado, 1 egg, and 1 cup of cheese. Now the first time I made it with Parmesan cheese. This time I'm going to try it with mozzarella cheese to see how that turns out. So we have 1 egg. Put that in there. And 1 cup of cheese. I'm using mozzarella cheese. And you're going to just smash it up. Get it really good all together. We'll try that and see how it's going to work with the mozzarella. I was really surprised how well it turned out. So you're going to bake this. I have my oven preheated right now, or it's going up, preheating up to 400 degrees. And depending on the size of these little slices of bread, last time I believe I made 2 big ones, but this time I'm going to make 4 smaller ones. You just want to get that all real incorporated into that avocado. It seems like I bought pre-shredded mozzarella cheese, which is pretty high in protein. But I don't know if it's really shredded up small enough, so that's why I'm really beating it here to get it of the consistency I want to put on. I'm going to put this on a cookie sheet or a small sheet lined with parchment paper. So we just want to get this all smashed up really good in there. The cheese, especially. I hope everybody's having a great week. Once again, it's Friday. We're already into August. Almost into August, I should say. But I think when this airs, it will be August. For dinner, we're going to make chicken fajitas in the air fryer. This was submitted or posted online by one of my friends, Sharon Brewer. And I told her, oh, wow, that really, she said her family just loved it. So they wanted to make it again. So I said, oh, I'll try that. So Sharon, we're going to try your chicken fajitas today. Hopefully they'll turn out as well as yours did. Okay, I think that's smashed pretty good. I'll show you what it looks like. You wouldn't think that's going to turn into bread, but it does. So we're going to go ahead and put this, I think I'm going to make 4 smaller ones this time. Looks like there's still some kind of big pieces of cheese in there, but I guess it'll all melt. You're just going to scoop them on your cookie sheet. Just depends on how big you want them. How big a sandwich, I guess. Move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Make sure we have every little bit. And all you're going to do is just spread it around like that. In a circle. So it's going to be circle bread, I guess you could call it. These at this size will probably bake for approximately 25 minutes. You take them out, let them cool, then make your sandwich or whatever. Okay, so the oven is almost there. So what we'll do is we'll come back in just a minute when I've taken them out of the oven, and we'll make a sandwich and see how it is. Okay, we are back. I took my avocado bread out of the oven. Look at it. Can you believe it? I'll bring them over here. What they look like. Just make sure they're a little bit brown on the bottom like that. Looks yummy. So I've cooled them off, and they were in the oven for 25 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and make a sandwich for lunch. So I'm going to use 2 of these. And what I'm going to do is, I've got some meat here, lunch meat, got some mayonnaise. We're going to build ourselves a sandwich. And I think you will really like it. Okay. We've got some turkey, some lettuce. If I like tomatoes, I'd put that on there, but that's a no-go for me. So we're just going to build our little sandwich here. I'm not a big lunch eater, so this will be just perfect. And what we want to do is put the top on. And you have a nice little sandwich like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut mine in half because it seems like it's a little bit big for me to pick up and eat without it all going all over. I didn't cut that very good. Kind of sliding all over the place. Top came off. Okay, let's try this. I'll tell you, I just can't believe it makes into bread. It's pretty good. I'll give you a close-up shot of it. But it is real good. It's good for you. I'll eat that, drink some lemonade, and that's my lunch. So anyway, we'll be back in a little while, and we'll start dinner, which is our chicken fajitas in the air fryer. See you then. Okay, everybody, we're back and gonna fix dinner now. We're going to fix chicken fajitas in the air fryer. And like I said before, this was suggested by Sharon Brewer. She put the recipe on Facebook and she said her family loved it. So thank you, Sharon. I hope it turns out like you did. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat the air fryer 360 degrees. We'll do that for, preheat it for about 3 minutes. Now I hope you're able to hear me with that thing going. But this is so easy. I've already cut up red peppers, green peppers, and lots of onions. So just whatever, you know, you want to put in it. But it looks real pretty, colorful. And I've cut up, it called for 3 chicken breasts, but seeing there's only 2 of us, I only cut up 1 chicken breast. So I just did them in like little slices, like you would get fajitas. Put them in there with the vegetables. What we're going to do is put a little bit of olive oil on top. It's really about 2, maybe a tablespoon and a half. Just coat those real good. This will take approximately, it said 16 to 18 minutes in the air fryer. I always try to do it like in between, maybe 17 minutes and check it out. But halfway through, you should check it out and, you know, shake it so it's kind of turned around. The other item we're going to put in is a fajita seasoning mix. Now it says use the whole packet, but saying I'm only using 1 chicken breast. I'm going to just use maybe a half a packet. Let's see what that tastes like. Can't say as I've ever used this stuff before. Just sprinkle it on. Maybe a little bit more. That's about half. Just coat it real well with that mix. When that gets heated up, we'll go ahead and dump this in it. See what it's like. And I'm going to serve it on, I've got 2 types of tortillas here. I've got flour tortillas, and I only had a couple of those. And then I have the Extreme Wellness, which is spinach and herb tortillas. So whichever, whatever you want to use wheat tortillas. But this is pretty easy. If you were just cooking for one, of course you wouldn't want to do all this, but I'll tell you what, it's so easy to do. Okay, let me get that. I'm just going to pour this in. I think that's all coated pretty good. I don't see any hanging around. Like a lot of food there. And we'll put that, that's what it looks like. Put this in the air fryer. We'll start out at 10 minutes and then I'll shake it. Okay, so we'll be back when it's time to take them out and serve it and see what it tastes like. Okay, so the air fryer just went off. I did it for 17 minutes. At 10 minutes, I took it out and don't they look good? Look at that. At 17 minutes, I took it out and shook it a little bit. So that's the fajitas. Serve it on a tortilla in a minute. Would have been nice if I had, I mean, you could serve this with some refried beans and maybe some Mexican rice. That would be really good. It looks really hot. And so all it took on this recipe was you got your chicken breast cut in strips, however small or big you want them. I put a red pepper, a green pepper, and onions. Little and drizzled some olive oil on top of it, and then sprinkled some fajita seasoning mix on it. And that was it. It was in the air fryer for 17 minutes. So that's pretty easy dinner. You could cut up the vegetables the night before or early in the morning and have that all ready for you when you get home. Now, the other thing we made earlier today was avocado bread, which is just 3 ingredients. It's 1 avocado, 1 egg, and 1 cup of cheese. And I used mozzarella cheese. Last time I made it, I used Parmesan cheese. But I really do prefer the mozzarella better, I think. And it baked in the oven at 400 degrees for approximately 25 minutes. So that was pretty easy. 2 meals right there. So let's serve some of this up. And it's probably going to be too hot to eat right now, but we can at least see what it looks like on the plate. A little bit more of that stuff. Lots of vegetables. That looks pretty good. Chicken fajitas. Once again, I'd like to thank Sharon Brewer for putting this on Facebook and sharing it on Facebook. So it looks like it's really going to be good. I can't wait to dig into it. And that's it for today's show. So we had lunch and we had dinner, and it was all very simple to make. Pretty healthy too. So we'll see you next time on From My Kitchen to Your Kitchen. And remember, let's make cooking fun because it is.